Okay. Check the volume. Check the volume. Okay. Hey there. Hi, Mom. All right. Well, let's get into it. I did not do a food review last night. I'm still getting over what we say being under the weather a little bit. And I still got, some of my taste and all that kind of stuff. So, but I still think it'd be fair just to do a review on some food when you don't have anytime you're sick, no matter what you have, it affects your everything, all your senses. So, but I should be, Monday definitely would be okay, I think, so, but that's why I didn't have an actual review last night. I do go live no matter what happens with Kentucky. I don't care if we win or lose. We're going to go live, talk about it real quick. And we're going to talk about what happened today. The loss. It was a loss to Auburn, number 2 team in the country. We were number 12. The first half looked promising, as you guys are watching, and you could tell. But then it kind of really fell apart. I think we were up 8 or 9, 7, 8 or 9, somewhere in there. And Ty goes down with an ankle injury and leaves the game. And from there, Auburn was able to cut into the lead where we would only go up 3 or 4 points at the half, I believe. So, in that scenario, does the game change differently if we had, Ty there instead for the second half, right? I can't say no, but I also can't say yes definitively. I mean, I have my thoughts that we would be in different shape if we did have our full team like we did in the first half and the second half. But I still think you can't definitively say, oh yeah, we would have won and they would have lost if it was not for the injuries. But the injuries definitely played a part. Let's just look at some statistics here real quick. And I'll check over here back at the doing better. Let's look at this real quick. A discrepancy thing that even Coach Cal was complaining about was 29 free throw attempts for Auburn, only 24, and they made 24. That's a big part of their win. They won by 9 points. 9 points. Kentucky sat there, I think, 8 of 10, I believe. I think that's what we got at the free throw line, was 10 attempts. So, I seen plenty of drives by Kentucky. A couple of them were not called fouls. Davion Mintz made 1 attempt to the line. It looked like the ball may have been partially hit, but I don't even know for sure, but he definitely got clobbered. They called a foul. Willer's a tough cookie. He got hurt twice. Hurt in the first half. Hurt in the first part of the second half. Came back, got hurt again, left again. He's tough, though. He's a tough cookie, He doesn't crumble or break to a certain extent. He tries to come back and keep playing. So it was interesting to see that situation. Yet the Cats had a chance to get blown out. A 9-point loss is not a good loss, but we had a chance to get blown out by final score of losing by 16. But you can't really. It's pretty bad for Auburn. You're going to be number one team in the country, and you had Kentucky's best player go down. You had their second best ball handler go down. Jacob Toppin gets fouled out, but he has an injury. He goes down. And you have all this momentum. You're sitting at 2. You're going to go to number 1. And you can't beat a team that's depleted that bad by more than 9 points. A win is a win, but you're supposed to be a number 1 team in the country. At this point in time, being number 1 team in the country on your home court when all those players depleted for Kentucky, you should have won that game by 16 points or more. And you didn't. So it tells you what type of team Kentucky is. They're a team that doesn't give up. They don't stop. They keep trying. They keep playing hard. And today they didn't have enough, even with all that energy of playing hard, to overcome like they did at Texas A&M. They didn't have enough. They didn't have enough points. They didn't have enough scoring. Now, T.J. Walker from Kentucky Roll Call talked about this and said, hey, Wheeler, or not Wheeler, but Shaedon Sharpe is not going to play. Maybe. Now, TJ didn't say that for sure. TJ saying there were some reports or something going on, and I don't want to take words and put it in TJ's mouth or whatever, but what I remember from the radio shows about something about maybe someone in someone's camp or something somewhere, a message board or something's going on where someone, either said or has been thought to said that he may not even play at all because it's not much of a risk for him. He's automatically a top 10 guy, so there's no reason to play. Well, there's reason to play now. There's reason to play now because you may be without Washington the way that injury looked to me for 3 weeks. 3 to 4 weeks. 3 to 4 weeks. That's on the good one. That's if 2 weeks of recovery or 2 weeks of just recovery, a week of rehab or 2 weeks of rehab. That's 3 to 4 weeks for me. That's what I'm thinking. But if it's worse, God forbid it ain't, and I pray for the young man that's not. But if it's worse, you need someone to step in. And I'm not saying Shaedon Sharpe's a point guard or whatever. I'm saying Shaedon Sharpe can play. If he's going to be a top 10 pick, regardless if he sits on the bench or plays high school ball this year, he's still a top 10 pick. That tells you how much of his they're speculating or they're seen as a prospect of talent right there. So if you're John Calipari and you're his staff, you're contacting his family, you're talking to Shaedon Sharpe himself, you're saying we need you now more than ever. Wheeler looked like he had a concussion. He got hit again. Looked like he may have hurt his nose too. You don't know if Toppin's hurt. He looked like he was hurt. Had a nice dunk in the first half, but he just messed up and he got hurt after and I think the foul that he did was, I need to get the heck out of this game foul. I know he was preventing a layup. A lot of people say, no, he's just playing defense. No, whatever. The dude needed to get out of the game because he was hurt. He was hurt. So he's out. So you might be without Wheeler, Washington, and Toppin. 3 guys, that's a lot of minutes. Dante Allen's finally going to get more playing time again. Colin's going to get more playing time again. Not again, but playing time. You've got to start looking at other people. And I don't know if our guy that was injured not too long ago, or not a really long time ago, at the beginning of the year, let me see if I can find him on the. Let me go to the roster. Also, number 12, we might fall to 14. But we had an impressive win at Texas A&M. I think we'll fall to like 14. I think we're okay. CJ Frederick. He had an injury at the beginning of the year. I mean, is he out? I don't know, guys. I don't know. I have no idea. I mean, he could be. We'll have to wait and see. But I mean, I don't think there's a way that I don't remember his full injury. I don't remember if they were saying out forever, done. I mean, he would be someone that could come in and start making some shots if he was able to play. But, guys, his injury and all that at the beginning of the season. So I doubt it. It's wishful thinking. Be honest with you, we need someone like Shaden Sharp to probably step up now. I mean, if you came here just to sit on our bench, use our practice facilities, use the team just to get better and get you ready for the NBA and then just leave, if that's what you came here to do, then John Calipari, you need to put a stop to that. Because I get it if a guy comes in, plays 2 or 3 games, gets hurt, and then he's already still, maybe he's not hurt that bad, maybe he's hurt where he's out like 8 weeks or something, he comes back and he plays right before March Madness or something, we get knocked out early and then he leaves. That's one thing. I mean, the guy's still good. He proved he can play after an injury, and he's going to the NBA. He's good. But for a guy to come here and use our facilities, our training stuff, and I say our because it's a fan base and the school, that belongs to the school. The players use it, yes, but alumni pay for that stuff. Some state funding may go to some of that stuff. I don't know for sure. Alumni, state funding, I'm not for sure. I mean, I'm expecting that. I know the players don't pay for it. So if you're going to come to the school and use everything they got to offer, then when they need you to step up, like right now you're supposed to redshirt, but maybe you can't redshirt now. We need you to step up now. You can't tell me he's not ready, Calipari. He's been ready. Let me see if it tells you anything down here about CJ. He had a stress surgery on something. So comment down below what you guys think. If Shaden Sharp is not just here to use our facilities, use the Kentucky basketball team, program, facility. So I better use all those proper wording so I don't hear a lot of snickers and laughs about, snickering because he said ours. Stop it. That's because it is. That's because we like basketball. That's because we pay to go to the games. That's because we watch we get the ratings. That's because we pay for the tickets. That's because we pay for merchandise. That's because we show up for people to give autographs to players who really haven't completely proven themselves. Davion Mintz may never go to be this gigantic great pro, but guarantee it, because of the respect we have for those players, that when he does a autograph signing tour and he stops at different locations, the line's going to be packed out regardless if he was the next LeBron James or not. So when a Kentucky fan says our, we have the right to say ours. I don't like that. When I say I, my team and I, or we, there is a we in team. There is an R in team. If you are devoted fan who takes time out of your day to watch, who pays for merchandise, who pays for tickets, who goes to games, who has watch parties at their house, who wears that school's merchandise or that professional team's merchandise, you are a part of the team. You are. And don't let someone tell you you're not. Okay, it says this was November 13th, 2021. He had surgery on an injured hamstring. Yeah. But I don't know, guys. I mean, he had surgery on his hamstring. I don't know if that means he couldn't come back at all. I mean, now see how we're searching? Shaden Sharp. See the fan. Look at me. I'm just one person doing a live for one person right now. I think that's all that's in here watching. Maybe this will get more replay views. I don't know. We're searching. You're a red shirt player. You can play. You can play. I know what happened to Washington today. What happened to Wheeler could happen to you. But practicing with the team can happen. Injury can happen. Going to your NBA combines, all those workouts, you could get injured. So I don't want to hear it. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I want to hear it. Trio award real quick. Let me give you my trio award. CJ, I don't know about CJ coming back, guys. I don't know. We'll see. I don't think so. But I just threw it out there as another option. I doubt that actually happens. Let me give you my trio award, and I'll give you my predictions for the NFL games, and we're going to hop off here. This is just the live. I'll do another live tomorrow night as long as I'm feeling okay, which I think I should be, but you never know. Pray for me and all that. Keep me in your thoughts and prayers. I got to give Grady. I'm going to give Grady, Toppin, and Wheeler. Because Oscar had a decent game, 14-10. It wasn't even that. But I thought Oscar had 16 and 10. I'm sorry about that, guys. But I'll be honest with you. It was more of the Wheeler, Grady, and Toppin. I like Toppin's performance today. I wish he would have got to play a little bit more. I wish he wouldn't have fouled out. I like his energy. That's why. So that's who I think. I mean, obviously, I could throw out Toppin and put in Oscar, and Oscar's there every game. So I'd like to see Oscar be a little bit more dominant in his position on the court. All right, let's go NFL real quick. Let me check here. Keep an eye on and comment down below who you think your trio award was for the game, Kentucky versus Auburn. Hats off to you, Auburn. You're the new number 1 team that could barely beat the number 12 team when they didn't even have, 2 of their guards for most of the game at all. And another small forward gets hurt. Hats off to you. You won by 9, though. You definitely demolished us by 9. I mean, Bruce Pearl at the end said, the backdoor picks and pick and rolls has really got Kentucky nervous. No, man, what got Kentucky nervous is not having their 2 guards out there that could really control the tempo of the game. And yes, it threw them off on defense and everything else because they're worried about everything else. But yeah, but hats off to you. Hats off to you. You won at home, and you won by 9 against a depleted number 12 team in the country. That's why you deserve to be number 1. All right, so let's look at this. Kentucky or Kansas City. Yeah, Kentucky. All right, so hopefully I'm doing the Chiefs live tomorrow as a victory. I think I will. I got the Chiefs winning that. Comment down below who you got in your games here for the NFL as well. Tampa Bay Rams. Honestly, guys, I'd love to see the Rams win, but I'm not even going to say you don't bet against Brady because Mahomes pulled it off one time before he left New England, I believe. So I got Tampa Bay in that game. Green Bay, San Fran. This is where it gets dicey. I do not want Green Bay to go on, but honestly, think about the matchups. Jimmy Garoppolo versus Tom Brady. Horrible. Or Aaron Rodgers versus Tom Brady. Duh. So I think Green Bay, Tampa Bay wins. Then think about these matchups. You could either have like Cincy versus Buffalo. Anybody want to see that? You could have Tennessee versus Kansas City revenge game, just like Kansas City Buffalo is right here. Or you can have Burrow and Cincinnati in a revenge game against Patrick Mahomes, or of course it'd be revenge for Kansas City, in a revenge game with Patrick Mahomes and company versus Cincinnati. So if I was the NFL, if I was Vegas, the best matchups for me, it's tough between the AFC, but the NFC is no-brainer. It should be Green Bay versus Tampa Bay. From a betting perspective and from an NFL rating perspective, it's going to be better if Aaron Rodgers versus Tom Brady. Then if you go to AFC, it's going to be better for Patrick Mahomes and them to succeed. It's not going to be good for just Josh Allen and Buffalo. It's not. I mean, people get all mad they want it, and I know all this about whoever's better on the field that day. It is, but also it has to do with ratings and stuff, guys. Trust me, I believe. I think these guys play their hearts out, but sometimes everything's not controlled by your players. I'm just saying. So, Tennessee and Cincy. I mean, you do have the comeback story with Derrick Henry, but I honestly think a lot of people want to see that rematch of Cincy going to Kansas City and seeing if Joe Burrow can do what he did last time and giving the Chiefs defense another shot. So we'll see. And the best Super Bowl matchup, you could go Kansas City versus Tampa Bay or Green Bay. It would be a great Super Bowl. That's the truth. So we'll see. And hopefully my live tomorrow is a lot better for that game. Hopefully we're going over a victory. Hopefully we're talking about that. So, all right, guys, if you watch this on a replay, comment down below if you agree with, hey, Auburn did good, but it could have been a lot way worse. But then I guess that shows the drive in Kentucky, regardless of how many players they lose. Not going to make excuses, say if we would have had them, this player, that player would have won. But we lost by 9 without them. So if we had them, I feel like maybe we only lose by 3. Maybe Auburn still wins. Good for you. As far as Kansas City and all the rest of the NFL games, comment down below your prediction. Kentucky does have a game coming up next week. Let's see. Let me get back to the... All right, so Kentucky's next game, all brought to you by ESPN. I look up everything on ESPN. It's right here in front of me. Easy look up while I'm talking to you guys. We got to go. We're at home, Mississippi State. So let's see what the matchup predictor says. 87.2% chance to win that. All brought to you by ESPN. 12-5 for Mississippi State Bulldogs. 3-2 in the conference. Kentucky sitting at 15-4, 5-2 in the conference. So we'll see. We should win that game, and then we go at Kansas. So we said at the beginning there was 4-game stretch. Very important. We got one at A&M. Win this Mississippi State game. You really feel like you should win that You need to win the Kansas game now because you hate to beat the 2 lesser opponents and lose to the 2 superior opponents. I mean, you don't want to lose to the 2 lesser either, but when you're only beating lesser opponents based on rankings, KenPom, and all that, and then you're losing to the so-called superior opponents, even if it is by 9 points, 2 points, 3 points, it don't matter. You still can't show that you can beat them. It becomes a dangerous territory to say that you're only good against lesser opponents. You have no chance for someone higher ranked. Hurts your seeding, hurts everything. You don't have a meaningful win. You don't have a big resume builder win. So we're looking for that still. All right, guys. That's all we have. Comment down below any suggestions you have, any comments you have about this video. Hit the little bell so you'll be notified next time we upload. And like I said, next time which should be the live after the Kansas City game. Less than happy, but I'm doing better. I'm doing okay. So, all right, guys, that's all I have. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share. Until next time, guys. Happy, even though we lost, Kentucky basketball. BBN, baby. Big Blue Nation. Big Blue Nation. Big Blue Nation. Go Cats.